What's up, you guys? I just wanted to say
I'm back, baby.
and I cannot wait to get this year going. I know we're about a month into it. No, I'm not dead. No, I haven't quit YouTube. I've seen some of you guys' messages and comments. I've just had some live stuff going on. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what that's like. So like I said in my short, if you guys saw it, we've got a schedule change. I'm gonna be able to pump out a lot more videos this year. We'll get more into that here in a little bit. More of what we got planned for this year for the projects, the builds. Well, at first, let's get into some of the shop mods we picked up. Starting with this big ass box we got right here. We've got a brand new sandblasting cabinet that I have yet to open. Because when I had initially ordered this, we were actually supposed to be moving into a different shop space that was much larger. Didn't end up working out. I am still on the hunt for a shop space, but right now I just really want to get focused on the projects. If one comes up, then we'll move. But for now, I'm thinking maybe over in this area, but we won't know till we get the box open, so let's get after it. Looks like I'm just gonna need a flathead, get up under there, and then we can peel it up. Okay, let's see if we can get this off. I think I did it correctly. There we go. Dang! Looks like it does come with a couple of extra inner glass protectors. That'll be good, keep the sand off of them. I'm assuming that the gloves are in here. Well, I'll check that in a minute. We've got the legs right here. More protectors. Sounds like hardware. Side door. Another side door. Bottom of the blaster. The gloves are already in it. I wonder what's in that box. And we got the regulator and some other stuff in here. Alright, that's going to give us a little bit more room to work with. So the small box has the hardware. It looks like it's got some extra tips. We'll dig into all that later, but I am gonna take this hardware, go ahead and get the legs on. I don't wanna bore you guys, so we'll get the legs on, we'll get it out and see how much real estate we got to work with. Okay, legs are on, nice and secure. Flipping it upside down really did help with aligning everything. Made life a lot easier getting the legs on. Per usual with Harbor Freight, the instructions were basically garbage, so I ended up just lining up holes, putting bolts in there. It's really not that difficult. Maybe having someone with you would make it a little easier getting the legs on, but not too bad to do by yourself. Now we just gotta flip it up right. Here's hoping the legs don't bend. Now it does say it weighs 250 pounds, so maybe find a friend to help you. Wasn't too bad. So I did notice this thing's actually not that bad to move around. I'm just a little worried about the legs. So I've been debating on getting some casters because I noticed that there's holes right here to make life a little easier moving it around. Or actually hit the gym, you know, and make life easier moving heavy things. But once it's in its location, which I'm thinking probably over here for now, it won't really be moving around a whole lot. I'm also debating on getting some angle iron to add a little bit more bracing if I do the casters, because these are sturdy, but a little more stability wouldn't hurt anything. And it would also kick it up a little bit higher. It is much taller than I thought it would be, but it would be nice to have a little taller so I don't have to like bend down to get into the gloves. I did find a tape measure. Let's see how tall this thing is. So it is at exactly 5 feet right there, or just below. We're calling that exactly 5 feet, which ain't bad. That is much taller than I expected it to be. So I did notice for shipping purposes, they did put the light in here. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull that out and then flip it over and put it on top here. The glass for that and the bulbs are in this box. Then we've got the gun right there. I just need to take the zip tie off. I can get it free. Then we can get the floor in. Hopefully this bulb works. I hear something floating around in there. If not, we'll be like, damn, wish it did. Lights seem good to go. I'm gonna plug them in just to make sure they work. All right, they both work. I'm probably, depending on how much light they put out, I may swap these out for LEDs later on. But we'll just kind of ride it out and wait to see how long these last. So from what I can tell is the glass just sits on top of the gasket right here, and then we'll take the whole ballast and put it on top and then just bolt her down. I think it just sits right here in these grooves. I do like that it's got glass protector on it already, and then it comes with a couple extra sheets. Ballast is on, good to go. Nice seal on the gasket, very happy with that. Now we just need to go ahead and get the doors on. I'm not gonna snug the hinges down all the way until I get the door on and verify that the top and the bottom are flush. So we'll just go ahead and get these snugged up, and then we get the door on. So the doors have these little drop pins, which will make it nice pulling it on and off if need be. Hinges are snugged up. Door's got a nice seal on it. I'm very happy with that. Hopefully no dust will get everywhere. Opens and closes nice and smooth. Now we gotta get that box right there so we can get the vacuum mounted to the back. Got the vacuum cleaner right here. Pretty standard delivery from FedEx.
We're going downtown.
I had to add some extra tape because the box was all beat to shit. But there she is right there. Vacuum is out of the box. It is currently upside down. Now it comes with more mounting hardware. These right here look to be, these are wall mount hardware. Just in case you get the smaller red sandblasting cabinet from Harbor Freight. And it comes with an extra hose right here. But we're just literally gonna need these brackets right here and this little tube and these hose clamps. Because it already comes with the hardware right there from factory on the sandblasting cabinet. Real quick, I did want to let you guys know that the vacuum cleaner actually comes separately. That's a completely separate order from the blasting cabinet. Regardless if it's the big one from Harbor Freight or the smaller red one, you will have to order that separately. I'll have links in the description below. From what I was told though, they did discontinue this cabinet right here. So I'll try and find a link from another place because a lot of different places do use this exact same blast cabinet, so I'll try and find the cheapest one and put it in the links below. All right, let's get this mounted. I did take the actual filter and the vacuum part of it off to make it a little bit lighter. Bam! And there we go, the cabinet is mostly assembled. I am actually really happy with it, other than the parts I'm about to show you. Like right here on the vacuum, I'm not sure, I'm sure that's from shipping, but either way, I need to email them because there's a blown out hole where that bolt should be right there. And I'm worried that a bunch of dust and sand and shit's gonna come shooting out of there. Also on this side, as you guys can see that there's no door. It's because they only shipped one pin for this side, so I need another pin. I literally swept up everything, checked all the boxes, everything. There was not an extra pin, so we're down one pin, so this door is gonna have to stay off for the time being. Which those parts kind of extra bum me out because I really wanted to try and use this today to show you guys how it works. But for the time being, it's just gonna sit. I gotta send some emails. But I will see if a size 18-inch wheel will fit in here, because that's a question that I am wanting answered. And then also to see if I can get headers in here. So I've actually got a set of 18-inch stock GM wheels that I was actually going to throw on the Silverado just in case the offset of the wheels and tires that are on it right now weren't going to work for the dyno. But we haven't got to that point yet, so let's just go ahead and see if these fit because I've got some wheels over there that I want to get in here. Oh yeah. We've actually got more than enough room in here. I'm super pumped on this. We can probably get a 20-inch in here, no problem. Look at that. There's so much room for activities. This is gonna be perfect. I've got the stock Corvette wheels sitting over there. I need to get them dismounted and then I can blast them and do the paint scheme I want to do on them because they'll have the track set up on them now. Those will be the track wheels for now. But I am super pumped on this. Okay, it turns out I am a little simple and left the header that I had pulled off the Silverado to test fit in here, and I left it at the house. So today we're not gonna be able to test that out, which we wouldn't be able to use the blaster anyway. I just wanted to see if it would fit. At least we know for sure that an 18-inch wheel will fit. So this is gonna work out perfectly because we've got exhaust for the 4Runner, we've got exhaust for the truck, we've got the exhaust for the Vet, we've got exhaust for the Duramax that I want to sandblast, then we can recoat it with Cerakote. And then also there's a bunch of pieces that I want to blast and then either paint or Cerakote for the projects in the future. So I'm super pumped. We're going to be utilizing the crap out of this thing. And then we've also got the big brake kit for the Vet, which I want to get going on these. I want to rebuild these here probably within the next month or so. That way they're just ready to go. got everything, we got new rotors, all that. So the vet will be rock and rolling, ready for the track. Okay, moving on from the sandblasting cabinet, now we have my new 2-ton engine hoist. Picked it up from Harbor Freight, which I didn't show the assembling because I just needed to get it together so that I could get the new engine for the Silverado out of the back of the truck, but I did get a few clips for you guys on what to expect when getting one. So real quick, I wanted to show you guys what to expect when you get an engine hoist from Harbor Freight. It's packed up nicely. There is assembly required per usual with Harbor Freight tools, but there will be 2 boxes with this engine hoist. And if you're at the store, make sure that both the colors match on both the boxes. Because they did try and give me a 1/2-ton base, which I noticed that the 1/2-ton colors are gonna be green and then the 2-ton colors are gonna be orange. This is a first for me dealing with Harbor Freight. As you guys can see, the washer's not even smashed down all the way, hopefully if it'll focus. I went to do the final torque, I barely had any pressure on it and she snapped right off. I wasn't cross-thread or anything, it was moving smoothly, so I'm extremely confused. Also, these are all 14s except for a random 13. So now we get to take her back. Update, just got back from Harbor Freight. They gave me a new base and it's actually a used one. And here's hoping that all the hardware is actually here. Thankfully, as you guys can see right there, the hardware was all there. Now, it was kind of a pain though, because when the bolts are in the packaging, you can actually tell what you need, because the instructions, well, like all Harbor Freight instructions, just throw them away. But for the most part, they did have like a little number system. Each bolt was numbered on what you needed to do, but it was easy enough. Okay, moving on to these other boxes right here. We're gonna go ahead and start out with this new hose reel. Now, I am not quite sure where I'm gonna put that thing. I'm thinking somewhere in this area, but my grandpa's got an extra 60-gallon tank that doesn't have a motor or anything on it. So we wanna splice them together, and that way I can have 120 gallons just chilling. So I gotta figure out where exactly I wanna put that. So we're not gonna be mounting that today, but that'll be within this area right here. I also want to replace that red hose that came with it and then get some Flexzilla. So I'll be doing probably a little video on that later on when we splice the 2 tanks together in the future, and then we'll mount that on the wall. What you do want to get installed today though is this retractable cord reel. I want to mount it right here. We'll have to remove the Grant steering wheel and make that wall elsewhere. I think that's like the perfect location for that power cord reel. Because I got the quick jack set up, usually is like right in this area. It'll just be perfect. It's got 50 foot of cord. We'll be able to utilize it. Also, I'm pretty sure I got that off Amazon. Everything that I can find for links for Amazon or eBay, I'll put in the description below. Make it easy for you guys to find it. Okay, we got it out of the box. It is gray and orange, which I think is a proper color combo. We've got this bracket right here. It comes with hardware. Let's get to mounting it. Bam! That's perfect. That's exactly where I wanted it. Up, out of the way. That way we don't have power cords everywhere whenever I want to use the lift jacks or anything else. It works perfectly. Now I did adjust the ball a little further down on the cord so that it's not hanging out so far. And I did notice that I will need to get my little extension. I do have a little extension cord that will make it to where I can actually reach the outlet, which will give me just enough to manage it up. That way it's cleanly hanging there, or cleanly managed, not just hanging there. But yeah, that'll work perfect. Then I also got new jack stands for the Duramax. We got 3-ton jack stands. I'm not gonna dig them out yet. You guys can see they're green, which sucks because right after I bought these, they came out with orange ones, which whatever, the green ones will be for the Duramax. It'll be perfect. Then we've also got what I have been waiting to use. This is an OEM Tools rolly stool. I am super pumped on this. I know it's not the $500 leather one, all that. I don't need that. I just really wanted a rolly stool, so let's go ahead and get this put together. Yay! Super pumped on this thing. Extremely simple to put together. Cannot wait to use that. We're gonna move on to tool storage and organization real quick. These are metal pegboards. They are from Wall Control. I'll put a link in the description below. Super pumped on these. Girlfriend got me these for Christmas. This is a 3-pack. You can get them in a single. You can get them in a 5-pack. You can get them in 100, whatever you want. You can cover your entire wall if you really want to. These ones are gray in color. You can get a bunch of different colors to choose from. They also come with shelving, different storage little cubbies for bolts, whatever you want to throw in there. And then also she got me a separate box full of a bunch of other goodies for it. But unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to mount these today because I kind of want to mount them on that wall in there, which we're gonna have to go ahead and get the bus out of the way. The bus story is a complete bummer right now. The reason that it's just been sitting there, I'll do a separate video on that in the future, let you guys kind of know why it's just been sitting there, why I haven't been working on it, all that. It's just, there's reasons. It's a huge bummer. But what I want to do is end up getting it up to either my grandma's shop or find somewhere else to put it for now, and then we can work on it in the future once some things get figured out. And then over here, I do want to get the dirt bike set up. Like, we'll do KTM setup over there, have all the tools, all that. Probably put the sandblasting cabinet over there. I got all new lights to put up underneath the loft. Be a cool little area, give us some extra room in the shop, but that'll be a completely different story. Then we finally got a whiteboard. I do believe that every garage or shop, if you have a bunch of projects, should have one of these, just so that you can have everything written down. That way it's top of mind. I always tell myself I'm gonna remember and then I forget, so that way I can keep myself in check by writing it down, and then I have to complete it. For now, that's probably gonna go in the bathroom because I don't really have any open real estate for that to go on a wall, so that'll go in the bathroom, but at least I'll be able to see it, and then we can cross some stuff off on that. Plus for me, it's actually a lot more rewarding being able to check something off. I feel like I'm actually more accomplished that way. And then we got the new engine stand. My mom actually ended up getting me for Christmas as well, but I'm not gonna be putting that together. I am probably gonna put that tomorrow, and then we can put the new engine on it. And speaking of engine, for those of you that have made it to the end, I'm gonna give you guys a quick sneak peek of the new engine build. There she is. Well, new to me. Obviously she's got a bunch of miles on her, but she is primed for a rebuild. I'm not gonna tell you what she is yet, but it is a LS based engine, as you guys can tell. And I really can't wait to start that build. You guys are gonna be very happy with the route that goes. I cannot wait to get the Silverado back on the road again, terrorize the streets. I've got so many plans for that thing, but instead of talking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys them. And real quick, I did want to get you guys an update on all the plans for the vehicles, all of that. Just know that there are big plans for the builds coming up. I don't want to talk about them too much. I'd rather just show you guys, just know that they're coming. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around, having faith in me. We're gonna get the Vet back on the channel. We're gonna get the Silverado back on the channel. The Vet's gonna hit the track. Hope you guys like watching the Duramax content, because we've got a bunch of stuff for it. We have an entire wall full of parts for all the builds. And then also the 4Runner. I do apologize for those of you that don't want to watch the 4Runner, but the sooner we get that going, the sooner we get it sold, the sooner we can get more big parts for the vehicles that you guys do like. And I just wanted to let you guys know that my main goal this year is to get a bunch more content out. I do apologize for half-assing it last year. On graveyard, 12-hour shifts, it's a pain in the butt. I'm finally on day shift, but they are 12 still, but it's gonna be a lot easier to work with than trying to get motivated to come here at midnight and then make videos and just get projects done. Enough talking. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this summer that I mean it. I really wanna make this channel a thing. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great night.